player of the half.
Chris Paul has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Augustine with the basketball. Down a bundle to Fournier. Isaac. Nice pass to set things up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Paul to Harden. Aaron Gordon, huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
He gets it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Paul, over to the right side. Magic have it. In the front court, it's Augustine. Down by 15. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Capella to Paul. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
It's in the hands of James Harden. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
To Vucevic. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Nikola Vucevic at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Paul to P.J. Tucker. To Anthony. Aaron Gordon stuffs it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Paul's free throw good. A three-point play as the Rockets add to their lead. It's Orlando's ball. To Vucevic. Jonathan Isaac matched up with P.J. Tucker. Well, you can't do that.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
time for a change. Steve Clifford makes the move to his bench. Isaac. Jaron Grant, guarded by CP3. Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Grant with the basketball. His guys down big.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here comes the screen. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Nikola Vucevic, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
And he knocks it down, Jay.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Orlando ball.
1 minute left in the third quarter.
Probing the defense. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets. Orlando has it. Jaron Grant, guarded by CP3. To Mo Bamba. Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Anthony. To Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Paul. Rebound taken by the Magic. And a chance coming up at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Can't connect on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Rockets way out in front. Basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Augustine with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Fournier. Knocked loose. Fournier matched up with Harden. Capella to Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Change of scenery, but how can Melo still impact a franchise?
It all starts with a mindset. It starts with embracing and accepting your new role. He is no longer a starter in this league. He's a guy that's going to need to be positive on the bench, bring in his shooting abilities off the bench, and also be a coach when he's on the floor. That's the next step in the evolution for Carmelo Anthony.
Anthony to Paul.
Flash him, bump him.
4-3 with James Harden, muscle memory, gets it to go.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Here comes the screen. Aaron Gordon sizing up Eric Gordon. Isaac to Mo Bamba. Old school backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
And now Houston has the basketball. Short jumper won't fall. The follow won't go either. Paul gets a look. Can't hit. Capella.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Now the Magic gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 17, P.J. Tucker. Subbing in.
And the rebound taken down by Houston. To P.J. Tucker. Now a steal as the Magic have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Almost unlucky bounce. Short jumper off the mark. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Aaron Gordon. For 3, and the rebound by Nene.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Augustine, guarded by CP3. Knocked loose. Nene goes to the right side. Nene to Harden. Has a look. And he hits.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Nene to Paul. That pass stolen by Orlando. Can't connect. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Paul to Harden. To Paul. Tucker, now a steal as the Magic have it. Rockets come up with it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Tucker to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Tucker to Harden. From long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 10, Evan Fournier. Into the game for the Rockets. Number 15, Clint Capella.
Throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Number 14, DJ Augustine.
It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were merciless in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets. The Magic are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Check out the leading scores for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Orlando Magic lost this game on the scoreboard, obviously, but they really lost this game by not being physical enough. Again and again, they allowed the ball to get inside, and once it was there, it was getting scored. A lot. Their lack of interior defense was most obvious in the opening half.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.